Hi class, good afternoon. Today our lab will be different because we will not able to meet face to face, and secondly, of course, we have to stay at home and we cannot meet in the lab, and also we cannot go outside to do this lab. Yeah. So today I will give you uh, a presentation on the lab junction capacity analysis. So this lab, if you refer to the lab manual, this lab is combined with traffic volume study. Yeah. So since before the MCO, uh, we have conducted and completed the traffic volume study. So we will continue with this junction capacity analysis through this through the online or distant learning. Yeah. Right. So this is lab number 4, and the level of open-ended lab is level 1. Right. Level 1. Okay. So the next Okay, introduction. I will explain some brief overview and also the introduction to this lab. Right, traffic flows, the flow of car, the flow of vehicle need to be accessed. We need to access, and the level of operating performance, the performance of that road or junctions or highway have to be identified. How are we going to identify the capacity? By observing whether there is a delay, whether the traffic flow is smooth, and and we do some analysis, and then we can come out with a recommendation if necessary. Traffic flows can be reasonably well when the rate of flow is less than at capacity. Okay, by the way, what is at capacity? Capacity is the measure, the measure of when that facility, the facility can be junction, it can be a roundabout, it can be road, it can be highway, that have the maximum value of vehicle it can accommodate. Yeah, so that is what we call at capacity. Yeah. So when the rate of flow is less, of course it is smooth. Okay, but excessive delay, or congestions, traffic jam can occur when the rate of flow is at or near capacity. Yeah? So when it reaches the maximum, it will be a delay, and congestion can happen. So we do capacity analysis that involve the quantitative evaluations uh, to see the performance of that facilities. Right, so the objective of this lab study is to study the capacity of traffic junction for an unsignalized intersection. Okay, by the way, intersection or junction can be signalized, equipped with traffic signal, and also signalized with traffic signal and unsignalized without the traffic signal. Yeah. Secondly is to observe the traffic flow, trend, and movement pattern. Yeah? So as you come towards the junction, you can either go straight, or you go to the left, and you go to the right. Okay, so that is the movement pattern, and we want to see, the pattern, whether how many vehicles that going straight, how many vehicles that going to the left, how many vehicles that go to the right. Yeah. And equipment and for the apparatus that needed is stopwatch, the counter, and of course the field data form. So these are the standard apparatus for any traffic volume or capacity studies. And the procedure, the lab is very simple, and the procedure is very brief. Okay, so you have to go to the selected junction, and the best junction is the junction with moderate traffic flow, not the less traffic flow or not high traffic flow, but moderate. Mean there is some movement. Not an empty junction or not a congested junction. Okay, so you have to determine the position where the number of vehicles to be counted and recorded at the point of time. Mean if we conduct for 1 hour, so you have to do at the interval of, for example, 15 minutes, so that you see the pattern. And then you have to record the number of vehicle according to classes: car, motorcycle, bus, van, small lorry, large lorry, and etc. And you put in the proper table, and then at the end we will calculate the total number of vehicle. Right, so this is the chart or diagram showing the unsignalized junction. So you can see if you're coming from the south, if you're coming from what is that, 6 o'clock, okay, you can either go to the left, V4, or you go to the right, V3. So if you are coming from the west, you can go straight, V2, and go to the right, V1, and etc. So these are the possible movement pattern of this junction. Alright, so let's say you have conducted the lab, and you conducted for 1 hour, and every 15-minute interval. So here is the example for V1. Remember the V1. Okay, so you have prepared a table according to classes: car, motorcycle, van, small lorry, large lorry, buses. So you group every 15 minutes, you put the value. Every 15 minutes in that 1 hour, you put a value. And then you total up for 1 hour. And for this V1, you total up the number of vehicles, including all classes, right? This V2, V3, V4, 6, V5, and V6, right? And lastly, you will put again in this diagram, and then from here we will see which flow or which approach that have higher values of vehicle compared to another direction. For example, if you're coming from the south, if you want to turn to the left, there will be 349 vehicles that wanted to go to the left, and 81 vehicles that wanted to go to the right, and so on, right? Okay, so after you listen to this, watch this video, so there's a few tasks that you have to complete. Okay, the first one is you have to calculate the peak hour factor, PHF, and also the passenger car unit. Okay, how to calculate? Please refer to the notes, or you can check in the internet, or you can check in the books, how to calculate this. And also you have to write the conclusions of this lab. Alright, so if you have any problems or questions regarding this lab, please put your comments or questions under this posting. So the communications will be done in the Google Classroom. So all questions, all inquiries or comments will be communicated in the Google Classroom, right? So you have 7 days to complete this task, and the submission will be either through emails or again post in the Google Classroom under this link, this video link, right? All the best. Okay, please listen to this. I mean, if you have some problem, try again to listen to this video and try to look for material that available, whether online or in the books or in the notes. Yeah, right. Thank you for listening. I see you again in our class on Tuesday.